What is up, my crypto legends? Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Let's analyze the situation for Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency. Also, we can take a look at the DXY, the S&P 500, and see what's going on, guys. As you know, this is a huge important level for Bitcoin where we might hold in the immediate short term. Okay, we're going to talk about this scenario right away on this live stream. Okay, so make sure to absolutely destroy that like button. We're going to keep the educational content here for the first 10 to 20 minutes. Smash up that like button. We're going to go through the comment section here just quickly to say hello right away, to check out who's joining the live stream. And I want to talk about this big major zone on Bitcoin. Okay, holding very nicely for the moment. Is it going to hold this range in the next coming days? That might be your question. Well, of course it can hold. We can have a bigger relief rally, and also we can test the lows, and that would be an insane trading opportunity if we do have a scenario that I want to talk about in today's live stream. Okay, we have the higher lows, as you can see here, holding very, very nicely as support. But not only that, we do have the point of control, which is exactly at this level at the $21,000 range, holding very nicely, just having a little bit of volatility. We could see that bigger relief rally. So let's go quickly through the comment section. Say hello here to the community. Good morning, crypto big brains. Manuel, hello. Ben, bullish, Pennant in 30-minute chart, broke downside. We can visit 20.9K in the short term. Can you take a look at that, please? So we got a bullish Pennant in the 30-minute chart, says Ben here. Let's take a look at this right away before we continue. Okay, taking a look at the rest of the comments. A bullish Pennant in the 30-minute chart, broke downside. Bullish Pennant. A bullish Pennant, right? Well, if we want to see a bullish Pennant break into the downside on the 30-minute chart, you have to give me a little bit of more explanation. When we talk about a pennant, we do talk about this kind of scenario, right? This kind of symmetrical triangle of a pennant. And if it's bullish, it means it's coming from an upside. On the 30-minute, I do see this bullish pennant, as you can see on the chart. But yeah, it's kind of, it wants to break up, right? This is a kind of pennant right over here. We've got slightly higher highs, higher lows, and lower highs. So you're saying it broke to the downside. I don't see a big major breakdown. You probably made the pennant like this, and now we're having this a big massive bullish momentum. So yeah, stay cautious with these kind of movements and these kind of pennants. On the lower time frame, it did look like that we were breaking down. Did we break with some volume? Absolutely not. We're seeing the large volume here to the upside, so there is a possibility in a bigger relief rally breaking these highs. Now, what would be interesting here on the 1 hourly chart is to create this swing failure pattern. So if in the next 20 minutes we do close below this range, this high over here, it will be looking very, very interesting for a big major correction. Okay, so I am eyeing here this to fail because it's a huge resistance zone. Looking at the 1 hourly chart, we are also at the point of control from the last 5 days approximately here, from the 19th, okay, today's 23rd. From the last 4 days, the point of control is right over here. So are we going to manage to get above this range? I'll tell you what, if we do manage to break above here, this level with high volume, all right, a nice strong 1 hourly candle with very large volume, okay, we want to see a nice spike in volume, it is likely that this relief rally will continue to the upside. But, and this is a big but, yeah, like I said, if we do start getting rejection from this zone, as you can see, it is a daily level here in the green horizontal. We have been failing to get above this range multiple times. This was not a successful breakout, just a little bit of noise. Another one, and now the next one. There is a possibility in failing here, the breakout also. So let's see what happens. We're currently getting a massive, big rejection on Bitcoin right now. So this could be looking very, very good for a potential shorting opportunity in the next coming hours. Look at this. We're getting heavily rejected. We got the S&P 500 also still correcting, having a little bit of a consolidation. I am in a trade right now on Chiliz. Chiliz is looking very, very good. I'm currently trading Chiliz here on Bybit because we talked about Chiliz, all right, another cryptocurrency that I was talking about for the last few days on the live stream, guys. And we are currently hitting the level, all right? I didn't trade this because I wanted this level to be touched. This is an insane daily level that has been respected as resistance and as support many, many times, as you can see here on the chart. Here we did not get the bounce, but because we did not have any volume here on this major breakout. So right now we are hitting the range. We're still hitting the 618 here from this top level to the bottom bit, as you can see, 61865. I do believe so that this is going to create some massive bearish divergence, and we are finally going to get this major correction in the next coming days and weeks here for Chiliz. We just had that massive big pump here. As you can see on the chart, I am looking for that major correction. There is some volume to the upside, but it's looking very, very toppy in my personal opinion, especially when you're hitting this major resistance. I am currently in a short on Chiliz, on Bybit. Remember, you got an insane bonus down below if you want to claim it, up to $4,450 worth of bonus to be claimed down below on Bybit at the rewards hub. If you are interested, if you are experienced, guys, stay extremely cautious with trading, only for experienced traders. Let's take a look here at the comment section. Big fan of your show, Andy. Thank you. Thanks for your sound approach to sharing how you see the chart. Pure education. Love the high probability trade setups. You're very welcome, Grant. Maz says, much love from Boston. Thank you for all what you do. An amazing TA. Please take a look at IOTEX if you could. Okay, let's take a look at IOTEX here. 1 second. Just want to say hello here through the comment section right away, of course, first of all. And we can take a look at IOTEX here. I'll leave the chart ready before we see any multiple charts on here on the live stream. Dan, how are you doing? Crypto Zozo, how are you doing? Depend, Crypto Legends, Ben M, Andy, where are you hiding, sunshine? BTC is pumping. Yes, you got it. We are at extreme strong level here on Bitcoin. As you can see, this level has been, I mean, the ideal trade would have been right there. I mean, this was a beautiful swing failure pattern. It was just very early this morning. I was just waking up and I was already seeing the price pumping like crazy. And I was like, damn it, why didn't I trade this? Why didn't I enter a trade? because I wasn't in front of the chart, but that would have been the ideal long position. This one right over here, this was early this morning. I was really pissed off on not taking this trade because I remember seeing pumping and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is actually going to pump to at least meet the highs, because what happens here is that we do have big massive liquidity grabs right at these highs. We do have liquidity grabs, so this would have been the ideal long position because you are getting supported from higher lows. You have a swing failure pattern right over here, getting below this wick over here, as you can see on the chart, not managing to break down, having the 1 hourly close well above the range, and then pumping like crazy here for the last few hours, as you can see. Now, where would you be your take profit? Of course, at these higher zones, okay? Because this is where you're having that volatility. This is why this is a shorting level. Let's see how we are going to close in the next coming hours, because we are consolidating at this major resistance zone. We've claimed the highs for that liquidity grab. Is it time to turn around and actually get the liquidity grab below the $20,760, which I do think is very, very possible? So big shorting opportunities here coming in the next coming hours, depending on what kind of 1 hourly, second hourly candle we do create here. All right, in the next coming hours, we're going to see that exhaustion potentially. This is a very, very strong resistance zone, this $21,500 range. You can also see it here on the VPVR, right? It's a strong major level. Most of the volume traded inside of this zone is exactly right over here, getting rejected several times at this major zone, as you can see on the chart, currently getting their reaction here for the last few hours. Let's see what happens, because this might be a good level where the price can actually correct. But it is also true that it is very likely to break at some point, because we have been trading inside of this range for the last 4 days approximately, inside of this range. Okay, so we either break above this range and continue to the upside, or we try and break down below. Okay, now I do know that this major level is insane support. Longs here would have been better at these low levels, okay, level to level longing, because on the higher time frames, it's a huge level. Okay, we can go to the 4 hourly chart, like I said. All right, that relief rally, that bounce from the $21,000 range was just very likely to happen, as you can see here on the chart. Okay, we were getting higher lows, as you can see right there, getting supported, and we do have the point of control right over here, getting that reaction. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a larger relief rally. Now, what happens if this relief rally does happen in the next coming days? Of course, you know, the volume pressure is still higher to the downside. We've been breaking a little bit of structure here, of uptrend structure. It is likely that this relief rally will consolidate here in between the $22.5 and $23,000 range, and then potentially get a major collapse. Why? Because there's huge resistance here, looking at the VPVR, looking at support levels, and also you will be hitting round about the 50% Fibonacci, okay, round about that $22.5, $23,000 range. And this is a big major zone here also with the dailies. So a big major level. If we do manage to pump all the way up there, I will be very much interested in shorting that level, okay? Let's go through the comment section right away. I won't call that a pump. Well, no, I mean, we're still inside of the range, okay? We're still inside of this kind of range. So no successful breakout just yet from these major levels. Of course, it will be looking very interesting, and the volume is extremely low. We have insane low volume, as you can see here on the chart. Stay extremely cautious, all depending on what kind of volatility and volume we do have here. This could be a big massive fake out, guys, and we are just going to reverse back down to retest the lows here, the proper lows from the 19th and 20th of August. Stay extremely cautious, all right, with these kind of pumps and hypes, because if we have no volume at all, you know, we want to see a big spike in volume. We want to see a pretty nice spike in volume to see confirmation of breakout, okay? And then on the retracement, you could potentially enter some trades here. But like I said, if we have multiple attempts with very low volume, this is likely to have a failed breakout and then have another big reversal to retest the lows. Stay cautious. There are some major opportunities here. You just need to be patient to see how we are going to attempt to break out here from this 21.5, 21.6K level. Look at the DXY, it's dumping. Something curious about the DXY. Yeah, it's dropping at this moment. I mean, this is something that we have been talking about. Is this going to be, this is a kind of a double top scenario here. So this is another good thing about taking a look at Bitcoin and the DXY. If you combine them, you can find out if Bitcoin will potentially have a pretty decent pump. And we've been talking about this trend line, okay, for quite some time. All right, this was for the first one right over here, and they're getting respected here absolutely to the exact pick. As you can see here on the chart, you got the higher lows, you break down. This doesn't mean you're going to continue down. We mentioned this before. You're likely to retest this trend line, even creating a higher high, and you also retested it again. Now this doesn't mean that you're going to have a massive big downtrend, because you need to break big support levels, okay? Big support levels to confirm that downtrend. You're still very much creating higher highs and higher lows despite you are breaking any type of trend line, right? You're still in a big massive uptrend, but this helps you to find out where the price could get a major bounce. And our next big major support of higher lows here on the DXY was this one, right? Higher low, higher low, higher low, finally broken down. We knew that we knew that it was very, very likely that from this point you were creating a double bottom, and we'll be retesting here the support of higher lows. As you can see here on the chart, we've exactly kind of created a double top at this moment. So you could assume that at this level you are going to get a correction on the DXY. Look at this, perfect touch. And then, you are having this correction on the DXY. So if you are pumping to this level, all right, in between, the last couple of days, right, Monday and Tuesday, you could assume that you are going to get a heavy rejection at a double top here, at making a double top, right? You are potentially going to create a double top in the short term. Now, this doesn't mean you are going to correct like this, okay? No. This just means that you could have that short-term correction. You could do this by tomorrow, okay, or by Friday, all right? You could actually correct a little bit and even go slightly higher. But looking at those short-term bounces, if the DXY is pumping here for the last few days, all right, and you do have a big resistance level at the highs, also not only the highs, you also have the higher low support trend line, you might think, right, I should be ready to potentially long Bitcoin as soon as the DXY hits this level, which was just yesterday. So yesterday you could get ready for that long opportunity, thinking that DXY is going to have the correction. Remember, there is some correlation. When DXY pumps, Bitcoin drops. When DXY drops, Bitcoin pumps, right? So if you take a look at Bitcoin here, right, on the higher time frames, right, let's go to the 12 hourly, right? You know that you are at insane support here. Just so you can train this kind of strategy, guys, this kind of way of combining DXY, S&P 500, Bitcoin, because there is some correlation, all right, on these assets. So if you are at this insane support level, higher lows right there, just as you're touching, you are very unlikely to fall below successfully the lows that you have created without creating a bigger relief rally. So you also have the point of control. So all of this is just noise, a little bit of volatility. You're potentially not going to successfully break down. So you do have high probability trades here on a potential bounce. And taking a look at the 4 hourly, as you can see, not managing successfully to get below the lows here. So the resistance, the support trend line getting supported to perfection, as you can see here on the chart. So yeah, that bounce here from the lows was almost imminent, and also thanks to reading the DXY for that potential double top or rejection from the support trend line of higher lows was also highly probable to get this kind of correction that we're just having now for the last few hours. So just a little tip there, where it's good to combine the DXY. Taking a look at Bitcoin, DXY is hitting major resistance and the Bitcoin price is hitting major support, Why not long Bitcoin while, you know, DXY is hitting resistance? Andy Vamos Pad 28K says, Bufo, I'm not too sure if we're going to 28K. That's a little bit too high. I do think that, you know, 22.5, 23K levels is very, very possible. Absolutely. Smash the like button, guys. Bring the love to our mentor, Andy, says Graham. Thank you very much, Graham. We got Joseph, we got Seb, we got Scotty. Thank you, guys. Moderators here always giving me insane power. Let's take a look here at the super chat from Chris. Also in Chiliz, short from 0.24. Can you explain more? Absolutely. Let's take a look at Chiliz right away. I'll take a look at Chiliz at this moment right away because it does look a little bit scary, right? Right now, I mean, the ideal scenario would be waiting for, you know, a reaction, waiting for a consolidation. That would be the ideal. I felt a little bit aggressive here on Chiliz, and I just thought, right, let's just jump on the trade and not too much leverage and expect that correction in the next coming days, just because we are hitting a major resistance zone. Why is it hitting a resistance zone? What would be my invalidation point? My invalidation point would be hitting above the 7.8 Fibonacci retracement, right? Which would be the 0.27 cents here on Chiliz. So expect that volatility. You know, Chiliz can hit 25 cents. It can maybe hit 26 cents. Okay, have a little bit of those spikes. These are the spikes that you want to be defending from, all right? Because you could get that volatility. You know, I am shorting a pump at this moment. This is extremely risky, but you know, this is because I do have good risk management, and you know, I do think that this is likely to correct in the coming days. But why is it hitting resistance? You want to know. Looking at the daily chart, okay, we talked about this major daily level that has been respected. First of all, let's take a look at the VPVR, because looking at the volume traded for about 13 to 14 months here, going from May to of last year, we got a big, massive level here. Point of control is exactly at the 26 cent level. We got the low level here with large amount of volume being exactly at the 24 cents. This is why we were talking about here the last few days that, you know, if Chiliz does reach this level, then it's going to be looking pretty good for a short. Now, this is why remaining patient is absolutely, you know, key, because you did have the correction here, and if you would have shorted from this low range, which I didn't, you know, this is something that I wouldn't do, because you do have strong support ranges where you could get a big bounce. So just waiting patiently till you do not hit those major resistance levels. I'm not going to short. Now I have a series of orders right over here, because I know that that volatility can happen, right? We could get that major spikes. This is what happens with altcoins. You know, you could get exterminated or liquidated because it is extremely volatile, right? You could have those massive moves to the upside, get you liquidated, and then the price is going to go where you actually analyzed, which is to the downside. Stay extremely cautious here with these altcoins such as Chiliz, because, you know, what I'm expecting here, I mean, a swing failure would be absolutely phenomenal, at least on the 4-hourly chart, okay? The 4-hourly chart is just going to close. It will close at in about 2 hours here. So that would be the ideal scenario here for confirming a shorting opportunity, right? We've got a kind of a double top right there. Not quite, not retesting the highs. Now we're retesting the highs. There's two options here on Chiliz. You either have a big massive breakout, which I do not think is going to happen with a large amount of volume, or some temp breakouts here, very choppy action, and then finally failing, okay? Creating that slightly higher high and having that corrective move in the next coming days. So like I said, you know, there's not much to add here on Chiliz. Why is it hitting resistance? You know, we're almost at point of control from the volume trade the last 13 to 14 months, as you can see on the chart. It is slightly higher, it's 2 cents higher, but we've got the value area low here from the volume profile, right? We've got value area high right there, value area low, as you can see here. Not too much volume just here in between 18 cents and 22 cents, not too much volume. Volume starts here at this range at the 23 cents approximately, as you can see right there. Big VPVR level. even bigger all the way up here at 26. So I do think that this level should be getting rejection, as we are in a very aggressive downtrend still, right? Looking for that lower high at this level. Not only that, we are hitting the 61865 Fibonacci from the highs to the lows. So I do expect a little bit of volatility at this range and then a correction. Nothing much to add there on Chiliz. You know, invalidation point would be slightly above the point of control here, above the 26.5 at the 7.8 here from a Fibonacci level, right? The 7.8. And also you would be getting above this big major daily level, as you can see, that's been respected many times in the past, starting to get above this range successfully. Then of course your stop loss, sorry, would be at the 27-cent range. Okay, but looking for lower, looking for the 18 cents, 17 cents to be claimed again. Okay, and potentially breaking down. So this could be a pretty nice swing trade position for the next coming weeks. Let's go through the comment section right away. We've got 450 people at this moment. What I need you guys to do is to absolutely destroy the like button on your way in, guys. Okay, we can see a little bit more people coming in. Destroy that like button here for this technical analysis, educational content. Bitcoin could be getting a bigger relief rally here. As you can see, we are at big support. We've been consolidating here for the last couple of days, and the ideal long position, which I did miss out today, very pissed off because of this, because I was looking for a kind of swing failure here to the downside, knowing that we have major big support, VPVR from the volume trader the last 70 to 80 days here. Insane support, looking for that bounce here, and not a successful breakout from the lows. So this is what has happened. This is the thing. I missed out totally, but I would have jumped in on this swing failure right there over here, but I missed out big time. But you know what, there are more opportunities coming in the future, right? Every day there are opportunities. Big lows here, very likely to not be broken and finally be getting that bounce, as you can see here on the chart. So not much to add on there on Bitcoin, guys. Explaining why that big bounce was probable because of the swing failure. Looking at the DXY, check out the first 10 to 20 minutes of the live stream for this explanation. Mark Dutch, thank you for joining the live stream. Seb, Scotty, Andy, what leverage are you using on Chiliz? 10x. I use 10x. 10x on altcoins, and that's been pretty aggressive. Usually more conservative would be about a 6-7x approximately in the case of Chiliz. Let's scroll down here through the comment section. Great stream, informative, says Clayton Hosty. You're very welcome. Thank you very much for joining. Podrías ver EOS. EOS has been pretty impressive because EOS did finally get that massive big pump. I got someone here asking for EOS. Absolutely insane. I did trade EOS here. I mean, this is a very tricky market. It is a very tricky market, guys. Let's take a look at EOS. Where did we do analysis on EOS? Where we have volume. It was probably on Bitfinex, or was it on Bybit? Probably on Bitfinex. It was, yeah. I'm going to explain the trade that I did make on Chiliz that stopped out at break even. It was stopped out at break even when we had the breakout here from the support level that was resistance, okay, the $1.43. This is Chiliz, right? We have a major resistance zone finally breaking out as with high volume. The resistance was getting broken at the $1.42 approximately, around that range. What happened is that we did get a bounce from this level. I was longing this level here. Let's go to the 1 hourly. I actually longed this level. Now what happened? As soon as I was in pretty nice profit, my stop loss was already put here in break even, and I was looking for the highs, or almost the highs, to be claimed, looking for the 618 that wasn't reached here. It almost was reached, Okay, as you can see here on the chart, looking for that little leg up. And then finally, price action turned around and got stopped out at break even. Now, like I said, big volume indicating that, price action to the upside is likely. But what has happened here, basically, is that we had a failed, retest of the highs. Okay, and then we had big volume coming in. So, this was definitely something to be aware of. When you have the price action going to the upside with low volume, and then you suddenly see big volume candle here on the retracement, you need to be very, very aware, because you are seeing some power here from the bears that can be pushing the price back down very, very hardly. Now, what happened? Well, of course, you are technically here still on Chiliz creating higher highs, as you can see on the chart, right? You're still creating higher highs, right? Higher lows, sorry. So consistently higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. You didn't manage to go below this low, so it's still a higher low. This one the same right over here, still a higher low. So, I mean, there was an aggressive trade right there, because you're still technically creating higher lows for this pumpy action. Yeah, this wouldn't be my kind of trading on Chiliz. But, if we're pumping like crazy right now, and we are in an aggressive downtrend, we could be looking for some shorting opportunities if we do consolidate. Volume is not insanely high. If we do take a look at the daily, volume is still going down, down and down. So this is only in the shorter time frames there is some high volume on the 1 hourly, 15 minute. If we take a look at EOS right away on the chart here on the daily, we can see there is a huge resistance zone here. Chiliz is below the bear market lows from the last cycle, which I think is pretty impressive. EOS has been one of those cryptos that I haven't been bullish on. And we can see here, going below the March 2020 crash, which was the kind of ultimate lows, or the December 2018 lows. I mean, this is a very, very poor performance on EOS. This means that the cryptocurrency is destroyed, basically, because Bitcoin is well above the March crash and also the December of 2018 lows. Chiliz is currently, EOS is currently below that level, and it will be likely turning into some pretty strong resistance, at least in the short mid-term, right? Big resistance zone where we're bouncing consistently. We only just retesting this level at this moment, still aggressively in a downtrend. As you can see, I would like to see a lot of touches here of support at the support lows here, sideways action here, because bear markets are usually much longer and boring, and a lot of sideways action. This relief pump has been looking pretty exciting on some altcoins such as Chiliz and EOS, but I don't think it's gonna have a big massive recovery in the next coming weeks. It's likely to get rejected at some point, and we know that this is a big strong level. The $1.90 $2 range on EOS is a very, very strong range, so you could get that volatility, multiple attempt breakout, and then have that correction, guys. We're looking for this kind of price action for a lower high on EOS. Any checkout on the DXY, says Ben. Yes, absolutely. We've been taking a look at the DXY the first 10 minutes of the stream, 10 to 15 minutes, and the DXY is currently getting this big major correction, and this is helping Bitcoin to get this pump, get this relief pump. DXY, we had this trend line, okay, from support levels, right? As you can see, getting respected, finally getting broken, but this did not confirm a downtrend, as we were still at very big resistance, as you can see on the chart. Big resistance turning into support, not successfully breaking out. So what's happening right now? Double top. We got a double top scenario, but not only that, I wouldn't have traded a short double on this double top on long in Bitcoin. I would have actually, looked at the support trend line. Look at the higher lows being respected. Bang, 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 if you break down and retest the highs, you actually also at double top, you are likely to get rejected from the support trend line as resistance. You are very likely to get that correction, right, on the DXY. So if we go to the 4-hourly chart, you know, we'd had that consolidation. This was yesterday, having a little bit of consolidation at resistance. This could have helped you, okay? This could have helped you decide if you want to long or short Bitcoin. Of course, if DXY is at resistance and it's probably going to correct, you might think, okay, if the DXY goes up, Bitcoin goes down. If DXY goes down, Bitcoin goes up. So if this is just about to go down, I would be looking for longing opportunities on Bitcoin. So right away, just early this morning, okay, just before we were starting to correct here on the DXY, if you would have looked at Bitcoin, we were exactly at a huge support level and creating a swing failure pattern, as you can see here on the chart. I did not trade this, but if I would have been awake, you know, this was at around about 7 o'clock in the morning here Central European time. Still wasn't awake today. I usually am awake at that time, but not today. Anyway, if I would have seen that on the chart, this was a great opportunity for a long, because you're creating a swing failure right there from the lows of yesterday, as you can see here on the chart, right? Look at this. You have the lows being tested on the 1 hourly, bang, bang, you straightly come back up here. You have inside of this hour, you have time to long, okay, at this range. When I was taking a look at the chart, you know, it was already pumping at this level, right? You know, I was seeing already this big, massive bounce, and I'm thinking, right, I don't want to long at this level, okay? We're already pumping. So, you know, the ideal scenario would have been, you know, getting into long at this range over here on Bitcoin, right? The $21,000 range. After the swing failure, you know, when you're just about to close the 1 hourly candle, you're thinking, right, this is likely to reverse, stop loss below the wick, and looking for that liquidity grab above this range. And what would have helped you decide to take this long position? Well, like I was mentioning at the beginning of the live stream, okay, because a lot of people are jumping in right now. I want to give that brief explanation on how you can come to the conclusion that this is a good longing opportunity. That I totally missed out. But anyway, you know, just so you can train yourself for these kind of occasions on the chart, you got higher low major support trend line. This is not, you know, huge amount of confluence, but it does help. You are getting supported from this trend line. You're also getting supported from the low range here, as you can see on the chart. This is the 12-hourly chart. Look at these lows. Look at these lows. You are still at that low range. This low range, just a, you know, kind of a liquidity grab. You're getting supported from this exact level here at the $20,800 range, where you did create these lows. So this is support. This is giving you support. The higher low trend line here from these wicks are also giving you support. What else? You got the point of control. Look at the point of control, you know, volume profile. It's showing you where the biggest level is from the volume traded the last 70 to 80 days. This is looking at mid-June approximately. So you got a big level. So just adding all of this confluence, you can see that, you know, this is a very strong range. You got a couple of daily levels also here. These are these green horizontal lines, as you can see on the chart. Big level, big zone. So yeah, I mean, this is going to help you, you know, to realize that the Bitcoin price is likely not going to successfully break out from these lows. We are likely not going to successfully break down. So you're probably going to retest it and have volatility. It's going to look like you're going to break down, but you're finally going to get, you know, that you know, supported, because it's a huge strong level. You got a massive amount of confluence trend line. You got big support range, daily level, point of control. You know, this is likely to get a relief rally. What is going to help you decide to long this level? Of course, going to the 1 hourly, checking out how you are retesting the lows. right? How am I going to attempt to retest the lows? And this one was the ideal one, right? You had a swing failure pattern right over here. Check out here how you had a swing failure just there, attempt breakout, and a massive big pump. This was not a successful breakout from the lows. You did not have a swing failure pattern here from these lows, right? These lows, when you had this correction on the price action on Bitcoin, you did not break down, okay? You did not retest the lows. But, it did have a massive big bounce. You probably would have FOMO'd in here and then rang your massive big correction, in between yesterday and today. Swing failure pattern happened today, early this morning. Now you did retest the lows. Not here. As you can see, you came up and you came back down to retest it. So this is why rushing into trades here is not the ideal scenario if you do not have a level that's been respected. So what happened here? Bang, you come down, you retest the lows, failed breakout. That big reversal was likely. What else do you have? You have higher low support trend line. And not only that, if you want to add some more confluence, you jump to the DXY chart. Okay, you go to the DXY chart and you can see that you are likely to have a correction at this level. Because you are at resistance, you're testing the highs and you're testing the support trend line. As you can see here, whoop, back up again, retesting it and consolidating yesterday. As you can see here on the chart, you're getting a reaction. So you are very likely going to get that corrective move. And DXY drops. Bitcoin is at support. We are likely to get a relief pump. Yeah, there was definitely a long opportunity, at least to these highs over here, right? For that liquidity grab. You got a liquidity grab here at the highs. So it was definitely worth that trade. I totally missed out on this trade. I wasn't awake. I wasn't in front of the charts. So yeah, it is what it is. Opportunities every single day. I've been stuck on the chart the last few hours looking for opportunities, and yeah, the only one I did see was on Chiliz, but so boring looking for opportunities when there's aren't any opportunities. What you need to do is just close the computer. Tomorrow's another day, or tonight is another opportunity level moment. But when there's no opportunities, I know everybody wants to trade, but when there's no trade, it's better not to trade, because if you're trying to guess where the price is going, you will lose money. Bond Can Moon says Alex Crypto. Matic Brother says crypto everything. Absolutely. What setting you using on the VPVR? Mine looks different to yours. Let's take a look at this here for Graham. Why not? Because, of course, this being an educational channel, VPVR levels, you might think, okay, why do I have these thin lines? Why are they thin? Basically, I'm putting that on row size, the row size, I'm adding 200 lines. You probably have it at, I don't know, 100 maybe, or is it? As you can see here, when you put it to 100, you have thicker lines. It's probably less, actually. It's probably less. You probably have it at 30. The lower you put it, you're going to have thicker lines. But this is not, it's much more valuable seeing it, 200 lines. So you can actually see the strongest levels and value area highs and lows. This is how I put it. I put 200. You can put 300 if you want, but 200 is enough for me on the row size on the VPVR. As you can see, then we get thin levels. Then you can see the spikes much better, right? You can see the spikes where there's large volume on the VPVR. So that's how I have the settings. Andy, do you use footprint charts? I have been using them a little bit, but I'm not just getting the hang of it too much. There's some other way, just by reading volume on the trading view chart on a legit exchange. I mean, footprint is an awesome tool to know if there's, you know, big volume on a breakout, you know, to the upside or to the downside. I do use them, but not much. I will try and use them a little bit more because it is a pretty good indicator, you would say, right? Footprint, to see, you know, the big volume inside of the candles, right? So if you're successfully breaking out on the extreme low time frames, you can see the volume inside of the candle, right? Giving you much more information and giving you more information of the buying pressure, right? Breaking a certain level. So you might think, right, this is a successful breakout. And you can, with the footprint, you can realize on successful big movements in sooner than others, right? So that is the advantage of footprint. What about hashtag ribbon? No, I do not use any kind of ribbons, EMAs, hashtag ribbon. No. Mine was default at 34. Many thanks. You're very welcome, Graham. Bitcoin Cash had a nice pump of up to 7.5%, says Hugh Manati. Let's take a look at this one. Bitcoin Cash. Long time since we haven't checked Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is also one that is actually below the March 2020 crash. We had March 2020 crash going all the way down to $140 approximately. And we have been going below the last couple of weeks here on Bitcoin Cash. Now, what does this mean? This means that altcoins are extremely dangerous. Okay, I do think Bitcoin Cash does have some kind of success in the next bull run. You know, you are going to see it pumping. But yeah, this is why Bitcoin is safer, and there's nothing safe in this space, of course. Bitcoin is kind of stronger, safer. You're not going to lose as much with Bitcoin. You got EOS dropping the March 2020 lows. You got Bitcoin Cash breaking below, you know, kind of the bear market lows of 2018, you know, to 2020. This means that, you know, there's hardly any demand. There's no interest in these kind of altcoins. Bitcoin's March 2020 crash lows was at around about $4,000 on average, maybe slightly below, slightly above. Around that range, it was at $4,000. Where's Bitcoin at this moment? It's at $21,000 range. Okay, so it's well above. Okay, it's 4x above the March 2020 lows. Where you do have some crypto, they are actually below that range. So yeah, Bitcoin Cash having a little bit of a relief pump here. Take a look at the 4 hourly. I would stay extremely cautious here. It's hitting a big resistance zone at the moment. I would stay very, very cautious. I think this could actually correct. Why? Because you have created kind of a descending triangle scenario. You have a big resistance zone turning into support several times, creating lower highs, creating this descending triangle, breakdown, retest over the highs, low volume. Yeah, this is potentially likely to get a rejection volume, but there's a lot of spikes, bearish and bullish here. Looking at Coinbase, volume here is not too reliable, but you are hitting resistance at this moment on Bitcoin Cash. Look how beautiful you created a bounce here on the VPVR right there. You got one bounce there and another bounce right over here from this large consolidation on Bitcoin Cash. You know, this is why VPVR helps a lot to find out, you know, if you are going to get that relief pump. Let's take a look at the comment section right away. Mark Dutch, Scotty, thanks guys for the insane support. Racing Pixel, if you have anything to ask Andy, feel free to super chat. Yeah, super chat. I will see the super chat straight away, of course, because it comes in you know, in colors in the comment section. So yeah, let's I like the relaxing background music. Yes. Andy, can you check one? Absolutely. Thank you. You very welcome. Let's take a look at OneCoin, US dollar. So anyway, like I said, Bitcoin, stay cautious, guys. On the 1 hourly time frame, we need to see if we are going to manage to break the resistance zone, because there is a possibility, if we are going to have low volume on the lower time frames, that we are going to test the low range here, okay, from the lows of August, okay. This lows here at 20,800, or depending on what kind of volume, what kind of breakout we are having from this range, we're probably just going to have some volatility. If there's no volume, I expect this to be a failed breakout, okay. This will be known on the next coming hours. Let's take a look at OneCoin right away. This is what we got for one. Pretty surprisingly, we haven't had a bounce on OneCoin. This is the chart that we do have here on one. So we had a big, massive, higher low here, support trend line, as you can see here on the chart, getting supported currently at this moment. I do think that a relief rally could happen for OneCoin here. It's looking pretty solid. We just had a support trend line, getting a large consolidation. It looks like that we're probably not going to break down anytime soon before a relief rally on OneCoin. Big support, just consolidating at that level. Higher low support trend line. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad for a big relief rally. At least two of the point of control here from the volume traded the last hang on one second. Yeah, point of control from the volume traded the last couple of months. We got it at the point at the 2.4 cent level. We're currently at the 2.2. I do see this getting supported from this level and having a relief pump. So check it out, guys. We could see some kind of relief pump here on OneCoin. It doesn't look bad. Let's take a look at the concept. Not much to add here, guys. Of course, what would be a even higher probability trade here would be breaking down from this zone. You've got big higher low support trend line, a big higher low right there. If you break down with high volume, you're likely to get that first big bounce here, okay. Looking for those potential trades here for the next coming days. I know a lot of people say, I want to trade now, long or short. We need to look for the highest probability trade, right? Wait for that big price action with volume or swing failures or some big major patterns. It is true that we are here at higher lows, support level, and we could get a big major bounce from this range, okay? It's very possible. OneCoin can be traded here on Bybit, okay? Check it out, because they have OneCoin, they have a huge amount of different cryptos, over 50 cryptocurrencies that can be traded here on Bybit. Check it out, guys. You have an insane bonus down below of up to $4,450 that can be claimed at the rewards hub once you sign up with the link in the description. Andy, thoughts on shorting Bitcoin here to the point of control at least? I guess this is looking at the very low time frames. So if we take a look at the very low time frames here, such as the 1 hour or the 30-minute chart, shorting to the point of control, where we do have the point of control exactly here at the $21,380. I would be extremely cautious. This is still having the momentum to the upside. It's still having a little bit of momentum to the upside, so stay a little bit cautious here. Yeah, I wouldn't short at this moment just yet. We're still having the momentum. We're having the DXY correcting heavily. We're just having OneCoin just about to have some pumpy action. Just while we were talking about it, I think we're probably going to see some pumpy action on OneCoin. This is a very bullish kind of momentum right there, right? Slightly lower lows, slightly lower highs. This is likely to get a reversal pump. Yeah, I would stay patiently. Remember, the DXY is having a pretty large correction, at this moment, getting a little bit of a bounce. So yeah, I wouldn't short just yet here. Afternoon crypto legends, what have I missed? Check out the first 10 to 20 minutes so I do give a brief explanation with Bitcoin and the DXY on how Bitcoin was getting supported strongly from this support range. As you can see, very, very strong support with higher lows on the chart, and explaining with the DXY how it was hitting resistance. You know, check out the first 10 to 20 minutes from the live stream, and you can see a brief explanation on what has happened on Bitcoin. DXY is pulling back. DXY is having a little bit of a pump, right? It's having a little bit of a pump. This means that Bitcoin could get a corrective move from this range. Racing Pixel, thanks for joining the stream. What's happening? What is happening on crypto now? Bullish or bearish? Well, like I said, you know, it was bullish. I missed out totally on this trade. It was bullish from this morning. I was expecting a kind of a correction from this range, okay, from this range over here, expecting another kind of correction, but it was a very, very risky, you know, setup right there. But the highest probability trade was the swing failure pattern just right there, retesting the lows here below $20,900, just testing the lows right there. DXY at resistance, getting a consolidation ready for that leg down. That was the highest probability trade that I missed out totally. Yeah, it was a very, very nice trade right there from this swing failure. And not only that, like I mentioned at the beginning of the live stream, huge support. I think these lows are going to be claimed at some point in the next coming days. I do see this as a relief pump. It can go to 22, 22.5, even $23,000. All right. Remember, we've had an aggressive drop. You know, don't think that this kind of relief pump to these levels is impossible, because this could totally happen before we continue back down. But these low levels, I think, should be claimed at some point. And yeah, I mean, that would have been the ideal scenario, a swing failure from these lows when we had this drop. But we just had, you know, it would have been a $150 dump to the lows and then that big massive pump. But this swing failure was enough, you know. This failed breakdown was enough, especially when you are at support trend line. Look at the higher lows here from the support trend line. Where was this from? This was from the higher lows created on the 19th of June and 13th of July, sitting at that level, getting consolidation, bearish exhaustion. You know, that small, you know, day trade, scalp day trade. Was absolutely beauty. It happened around about, you know, 6-7 hours ago. It was an absolute great trading opportunity, and I'll give that explanation at the beginning of the stream if you want to check it out. Pumpy action on OP, says Scotty. What is OP? We got some pumpy action. Optimism, a little bit of pumpy action on Optimism, the layer 2 solution for Ethereum. It does look like we could get a little bit of a relief rally here on Optimism layer 2 solution for Ethereum. A little bit of pumpy action. It was about time, right? It did have a pretty nice pump in July. Yeah, doesn't look bad. It does look like that this could still have a little bit of more continuation to the upside. So many different cryptos here in the comment section. It's absolutely crazy. Let's take a look. We got Rune pumping. Can you analyze, Andy? Please analyze Rune for us. Thank you, says Akash. Let's take a look at Rune right away. Why not? Let's take a look at Rune. Right, let's zoom out on the daily, see where we at on Rune. I've got a couple of things, can't remember Rune very much. Right, we've got a big bounce here from a major level. What is happening right now? Let's take a look at the shorter time frames. Go to the 4 hourly, see what is going on. Right, we broke out from higher low structure here. As you can see, higher low, higher low, higher low structure. Very, very nice till we finally started breaking down from the trend line and had this aggressive drop. What has happened right now on Rune? We're having a little bit of pumpy action, just a little bit. Nothing to be too excited about just yet. But reason why we're also getting, you know, the resistance, what is happening right now is it's likely that we are potentially going to break above this resistance zone. Why? Because we are double bottoming out, right? It's kind of a double bottom right there, small double bottom. If we do break up, if you want to take a look at those scalp day trade opportunities with high probability, you got a huge resistance level right there. It's been respected, okay? This is from the 26th of July. You got resistance, resistance. This is exactly at the $2.20. So if you break $2.20 with high volume, you are likely to get one quick bounce to retest the highs of the breakout. Okay, range trading. You need to get in and get out quickly. The best idea, the ideal scenario here, of course, would be putting an alarm at the $2.22 here on TradingView, so you get that message on your phone, for example. And you know, when you have that breakout, you know, getting a message on your phone, of course, will, you know, you're going to check out the chart. Then I would check the chart here to see if there's any volume in this breakout, and then I would be looking for that, you know, high quick bounce to the highs, in and out, just to make some quick gains if you do get above this big resistance level. This would only be a quick trade, of course. Looking for shorting opportunities. Yeah, you did have a shorting opportunity there, basically, right? This is what we talk about many times. You know, big support level has been broken down. You know, that was a successful breakdown from this range, and then you retest it as resistance. You come back down to claim the lows for that potential double bottom scenario, because you don't know if you're gonna continue back down. So yeah, highest probability trade would be a break up, then back up here, a quick bounce from this major range, the $2.20 on Rune. That's the highest probability trade I see if it were to be bullish. Of course, that breakout needs to have a large amount of volume, okay? If you break up here and you start creating still low volume, yeah, stay away from this, because this could potentially be a massive big fake out and you could come straight back down. If you have a big spike in volume here on the breakout, that is the moment you want to get bullish on that retracement. Don't long the pump, long the retracement with low volume and the consolidation. Not much to add here on Rune, guys. Just checked out a couple of altcoins. Guys, don't sell Bitcoin. Big pump coming. Very possible. I mean, very, very possible. We just range trading at this moment. Value area high still hasn't been broken. Big pump coming. So we've got someone here that knows what is going to happen to Bitcoin. Stay cautious. This could get heavily rejected at this zone and we could retest the low range, okay? Stay extremely cautious. Grinding it out like that is easier with Atom than Rune. Right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Check it out. The first 10-20 minutes of the live stream, we talked about what happened and why there was high probability. Like I said, ideal scenario here on Bitcoin would be a big massive breakout with volume. All right, we want to see a nice spike in volume. This is only choppy action that could get rejected. like I said, we could get a rejection here on Bitcoin and continue to the downside. Stay extremely cautious. If we do have a nice spike in volume here, bang, a big spike, we know that these low levels are going to be very strong support. If we come back down to the 21.6, 21.5, while Bitcoin is going to 22 or 22.2K, stay cautious. You are very likely going to get a high-low structure here. You will be creating a nice small short-term bullish structure, and there are some opportunities on this price action to the upside. Of course, you need confirmation, you need breakouts, you need retracements with a low volume. So yeah, not much to add here on this kind of scenario. If we're coming down to retest the lows of 20.7K, okay, from just a few days ago, stay cautious for that swing failure. You could fail to break out and then have a big massive rally, okay? Stay cautious, guys. Stay safe. Smash up the like button on your way out, guys. Smash, smash, smash. Not too much people in. People not probably working or not interested. Smash up the like button on your way out. Remember, you got an insane bonus down below, all right, of up to $4,450 worth of bonus on Bybit. It's another way to support the channel, and you get the best bonus available that there is out there, okay? Only for successful traders. You don't have no idea of trading, do not trade, do not sign up. Thank you guys for joining the live stream. I will probably do another video tonight or live stream. Smash up the like button if you do. If we do get to 500 likes, I will do another live stream today. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one.